Chapter 9 Krishna. Now will I open unto thee whose heart rejects not that last law, deepest concealed, that farthest secret of my heavens and earths, which but to know shall set thee free from ills, a royal law, a kingly mystery. Yea, for the soul such light as purgeth it from every sin, a light of holiness with inmost splendor shining, plain to see, easy to walk by, inexhaustible. They that receive not this, failing in faith to grasp the greater wisdom, reach not me, destroyer of thy foes. They sink anew into the realm of flesh, where all things change. By me the whole vast universe of things is spread abroad, by me, the unmanifest. In me are all existences contained, not I in them, yet they are not contained, those visible things. Receive and strive to embrace the mystery majestical. My being creating all, sustaining all still dwells outside of all. See, as the shoreless airs move in the measureless space, but are not space, and space were space without the moving airs, so all things are in me, but are not I. At closing of each kalpa, Indian prince, all things which be back to my being come, at the beginning of each kalpa, all issue newborn from me. By energy and help of Prakriti my outer self, again, and yet again, I make go forth the realms of visible things without there will all of them by the power of Prakriti. Yet these great makings, Prince, involve me not enchain me not. I sit apart from them, other, and higher, and free, nowise attach. Thus doth the stuff of worlds, moulded by me, bring forth all that which is, moving or still, living or lifeless. Thus the worlds go on. The minds untaught mistake me, veiled in form, naught see they of my secret presence, naught of my hid nature, ruling all which lives. Vain hopes pursuing, vain deeds doing, fed on vainest knowledge, senselessly they seek an evil way, the way of brutes and fiends. But my Mahatmas, those of noble soul who tread the path celestial, worship me with hearts unwandering, knowing me the source, eternal source, of life. Unendingly they glorify me, seek me, keep their vows of reverence and love, with changeless faith adoring me. Yea, and those too adore, who, offering sacrifice of wakened hearts, have sense of one pervading spirit's stress, one force in every place, though manifold. I am the sacrifice. I am the prayer. I am the funeral cake set for the dead. I am the healing herb. I am the ghee, the mantra, and the flame, and that which burns. I am of all this boundless universe the father, mother, ancestor, and guard. The end of learning. That which purifies in lustral water. I am Om. I am Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, the way, the fosterer, the Lord, the judge, the witness, the abode, the refuge house, the friend, the fountain and the sea of life which sends, and swallows up, treasure of worlds and treasure chamber, seed and seed sower, whence endless harvests spring. Sun's heat is mine, heaven's rain is mine to grant or to withhold, death am I, and immortal life I am, Arjuna. Sat and Asat, visible life, and life invisible. Yea, those who learn the threefold Veds, who drink the Soma wine, purge sins, pay sacrifice from me they earn passage to Swarga, where the meats divine of great gods feed them in high Indra's heaven. Yet they, when that prodigious joy is o'er, paradise spent, and wage for merits given, come to the world of death and change once more. They had their recompense. They stored their treasure, following the threefold scripture and its writ, who seeketh such gaineth the fleeting pleasure of joy which comes and goes. I grant them it. But to those blessed ones who worship me, turning not otherwhere, with minds set fast, I bring assurance of full bliss beyond. Nay, and of hearts which follow other gods in simple faith, their prayers arise to me, O Kunti's son, though they pray wrongfully, for I am the receiver and the Lord of every sacrifice, which these know not rightfully, so they fall to earth again. Who follow gods go to their gods, who vow their souls to Pitris go to Pitris, minds to evil boots given o'er sink to the boots, and whoso loveth me cometh to me. Whoso shall offer me in faith and love a leaf, a flower, a fruit, water poured forth, that offering I accept, lovingly made with pious will. Whate'er thou doest, Prince, eating or sacrificing, giving gifts, praying or fasting, let it all be done for me, as mine. So shalt thou free thyself from karmaband, the chain which holdeth men to good and evil issue, so shalt come safe unto me when thou art quit of flesh by faith and abdication joined to me. I am alike for all. I know not hate, I know not favor. What is made is mine. But them that worship me with love, I love. They are in me, and I in them. Nay, Prince, if one of evil life turn in his thought straightly to me, count him amidst the good, he hath the highway chosen, he shall grow righteous ere long, he shall attain that peace which changes not. Thou Prince of India, be certain none can perish, trusting me, O Pritha's son. Whoso will turn to me, though they be born from the very womb of sin, woman or man, sprung of the Vaisya caste or lowly disregarded Sudra, all plant foot upon the highest path, how then the holy Brahmins and my royal saints? Ah! Ye who into this ill world are come fleeting and false, set your faith fast on me, fix heart and thought on me, adore me, bring offerings to me, make me prostrations, make me your supremest joy, and, undivided, unto my rest your spirits shall be guided. Here ends Chapter 9 of T. Bhagavad Gita, entitled Rajavidara Juhayog, or the Book of Religion by the Kingly Knowledge and the Kingly Mystery. Chapter 10 Krishna. FN-6. Hear farther yet, thou long-armed Lord. These latest words I say uttered to bring thee bliss and peace, who lovest me. All we not the great company of gods nor kingly rishis know my nature, who have made the gods and rishis long ago. He only knoweth only he is free of sin, and wise, who seeth me, Lord of the worlds, with faith enlightened eyes, unborn, undying, unbegun. Whatever natures be to mortal men distributed, those natures spring from me. Intellect, skill, enlightenment, endurance, self-control, truthfulness, equability, and grief or joy of soul, and birth and death, and fearfulness, and fearlessness, and shame, and honor, and sweet harmlessness, FN 17, and peace which is the same whate'er befalls, and mirth, and tears, and piety, and thrift, and wish to give, and will to help, all cometh of my gift. The 7 chief saints, the elders 4, the lordly Manus set sharing my work to rule the worlds, these 2 did I beget, and Rishis, Pitris, Manus, all, by one thought of my mind, thence did arise, to fill this world, the races of mankind. Wherefrom who comprehends my reign of mystic majesty, that truth of truths is thenceforth linked in faultless faith to me, yea, knowing me the source of all, by me all creatures wrought, the wise in spirit cleave to me, into my being brought, hearts fixed on me, breaths breathed to me, praising me, each to each, so have they happiness and peace, with pious thought and speech, and unto these thus serving well, thus loving ceaselessly I give a mind of perfect mood, whereby they draw to me, and, all for love of them, within their darkened souls I dwell, and, with bright rays of wisdom's lamp, their ignorance dispel. Arjuna. Yes, thou art Parabrahm, the high abode, the great purification, thou art God eternal, all-creating, holy, first, without beginning, Lord of lords and gods. declared by all the saints by Narada, Vyasa Asita, and Devalas. And hear thyself declaring unto me, what thou hast said now know I to be truth, O Kesva, that neither gods nor men nor demons comprehend thy mystery made manifest, divinus. Thou thyself alone dost know, Maker supreme, Master of all the living, Lord of gods, King of the universe. To thee alone belongs to tell the heavenly excellence of those perfections wherewith thou dost fill these worlds of thine, pervading, immanent. How shall I learn, supremest mystery, to know thee, though I muse continually? Under what form of thine unnumbered forms mayst thou be grasped? Ah! Yet again recount, clear and complete, thy great appearances, the secrets of thy majesty and might, thou high delight of men. Never enough can mine ears drink the amrit, FN number 18, of such word. Krishna. Hanta. So be it. Kuru Prince. I will to thee unfold some portions of my majesty, whose powers are manifold. I am the spirit seated deep in every creature's heart. From me they come, by me they live, at my word they depart. Vishnu of the Adityas I am, those lords of light, Marichi of the Maruts, the kings of storm and blight. By day I gleam, the golden sun of burning cloudless noon. By night, amid the asterisms I glide, the dappled moon. Of Vedas I am Samaved, of gods in Indra's heaven Vasava, of the faculties to living beings given the mind which apprehends and thinks, of Rudra's Sankara, of Yakshas and of Rakshasas, Vitesh, and Pavaka of Vasus, and of mountain peaks Meru. Vrihaspati know me mid-planetary powers, mid-warriors heavenly Skanda, of all the waterfloods the sea which drinketh each, and Brigu of the holy saints, and Om of sacred speech, of prayers the prayer ye whisper, FN number 19, of hills Himala's snow, and Aswatha, the fig tree, of all the trees that grow, of the Devashis, Narada, and Chitrarath of them that sing in heaven, and Kapila of Munis, and the gem of flying steeds, Uchkaisravas, from Amrit wave which burst, of elephants Airavata, of males the best and first, of weapons Hivanus hot thunderbolt, of cows white Karmeduk, from whose great milky udder teats all heart's desires are strook, Vasuki of the serpent tribes, round Mandara entwined, and thousand-fanged Ananta, on whose broad coils reclined leans Vishnu, and of water things Vayuna, Ariam of Pitris, and, of those that judge, Yama the judge I am, of Daitya's dread Prahada, of what meets days and years, time's self I am, of woodland beasts buffaloes, deers, and bears the lordly painted tiger, of birds the vast Garud, the whirlwind mid the winds, mid chiefs Rama with blood imbrued, Marka mid fishes of the sea, and Ganges mid the streams, yea, first, and last, and center of all which is or seems I am, Arjuna, wisdom supreme of what is wise, words on the uttering lips I am, and eyesight of the eyes, and a of written characters, Dwandwa, FN number 20, of knitted speech, and endless life, and boundless love, whose power sustaineth each, and bitter death which seizes all, and joyous sudden birth, which brings to light all beings that are to be on earth, and of the viewless virtues, fame, fortune, song am I, and memory, and patience, and craft, and constancy, of Vedic hymns the Vrihatsam, of meters Gayatri, of months the Margasirsha, of all the seasons 3 the flower-wreathed spring, in dice's play the conquering double 8, the splendor of the splendid, and the greatness of the great, victory I am, and action, and the goodness of the good, and Vasudev of Vrishni's race, and of this Pandu brood thyself. Yea, my Arjuna, thyself, for thou art mine. Of poets Usana, of saints Vyasa, sage divine, the policy of conquerors, the potency of kings, the great unbroken silence in learning's secret things, the law of all the learned, the seed of all which springs. Living or lifeless, still or stirred, whatever beings be, none of them is in all the worlds, but it exists by me. Nor tongue can tell, Arjuna, nor end of telling come of these my boundless glories, whereof I teach thee some. For wheresoe'er is wondrous work, and majesty, and might, from me hath all proceeded. Receive thou this aright. Yet how shouldst thou receive, O Prince, the vastness of this word? I, who am all, and made it all, abide its separate Lord. Here endeth chapter 10 of the Bhagavad Gita, entitled Vibhuti Yog, or the Book of Religion by the Heavenly Perfections. Chapter 11 Arjuna. This, for my soul's peace, have I heard from thee, the unfolding of the mystery supreme named Adhyatman, comprehending which, my darkness is dispelled, for now I know, O lotus-eyed. FN number 21, whence is the birth of men, and whence their death, and what the majesties of thine immortal rule? Fain would I see, as thou thyself declarest it, sovereign Lord, the likeness of that glory of thy form wholly revealed. O thou divinest one, if this can be, if I may bear the sight, make thyself visible, Lord of all prayers. Show me thy very self, the eternal God. Krishna. Gaze, then, thou son of Pritha, I manifest for thee those 100,000 shapes that clothe my mystery. I show thee all my semblances, infinite, rich, divine, my changeful hues, my countless forms. See, in this face of mine, Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwins, and Maruts, see wonders unnumbered, Indian prince, revealed to none save thee. Behold, this is the universe. Look, what is live and dead I gather all in one in me. Gaze, as thy lips have said, on God eternal, very God. See me. See what thou prayest. Thou canst not, nor, with human eyes, Arjuna, ever mayest. Therefore I give thee sense divine. Have other eyes, new light, and, look, this is my glory, unveiled to mortal sight. Sanjaya. Then, O king, the god, so saying, stood, to Pritha's son displaying all the splendor, wonder, dread of his vast almighty head. Out of countless eyes beholding, out of countless mouths commanding, countless mystic forms enfolding in one form, supremely standing countless radiant glories wearing, countless heavenly weapons bearing. Crowned with garlands of star clusters, robed in garb of woven lustres, breathing from his perfect presence breaths of every subtle essence of all heavenly odors, shedding blinding brilliance, overspreading boundless, beautiful all spaces with his all-regarding faces, so he show. If there should rise suddenly within the skies sunburst of 1,000 suns flooding earth with beams undeemed of, then might be that Holy One's majesty and radiance dreamed of. So did Pandu's son behold all this universe enfold all its huge diversity into one vast shape, and be visible, and viewed, and blended in one bodhisattva, splendid, nameless all-comprehending God of gods, the never-ending deity. But, sore amazed, thrilled, o'er-filled, dazzled, and dazed, Arjuna knelt, and bowed his head, and clasped his palms, and cried, and said, Arjuna, yea, I have seen, I see. Lord, all is wrapped in thee. The gods are in thy glorious frame. The creatures of earth and heaven and hell in thy divine form dwell, and in thy countenance shine all the features of Brahma, sitting lone upon his lotus throne, of saints and sages, and the serpent races Ananta, Vasuki, yea, mightiest Lord, I see thy thousand arms, and breasts, and faces, and eyes, on every side perfect, diversified, and nowhere end of thee, nowhere beginning, nowhere a center. shifts wherever soul's gaze lifts thy central self, all-wielding, and all-winning. Infinite King, I see the anadem on thee, the club, the shell, the discus. See thee burning in beams insufferable, lighting earth, heaven, and hell with brilliance blazing, glowing, flashing, turning darkness to dazzling day. Look I whichever way. Ah, Lord, I worship thee, the undivided, the uttermost of thought, the treasure palace wrought to hold the wealth of the worlds, the shield provided to shelter virtue's laws, the fount whence life's stream draws all waters of all rivers of all being, the one unborn, unending, unchanging and unblending. With might and majesty, past thought, past seeing, silver of moon and gold of sun are glories rolled from thy great eyes. Thy visage, beaming tender throughout the stars and skies, doth to warm life surprise thy universe. The worlds are filled with wonder of thy perfections. Space star sprinkled, and void place from pole to pole of the blue, from bound to bound, hath thee in every spot, thee, where thou art not, O holy, marvelous form, is nowhere found. O mystic, awful one, at sight of thee, made known, the three worlds quake, the lower gods draw nigh thee, they fold their palms, and bow body, and breast, and brow, and, whispering worship, laud and magnify thee. Rishis and siddhas cry hail, highest majesty. From sage and singer breaks the hymn of glory in dulcet harmony, sounding the praise of thee, while countless companies take up the story, Rudras, who ride the storms, Tyechadityas shining forms, Vasus and Sadyas, Viswas, Ushmarpas, Maruts, and those great twins the heavenly, fair, Oshwins, Gandharvas, Rakshasas, Siddhas, and Asuras, FN number 22, these see thee, and revere in sudden stricken fear. Yea, the worlds, seeing thee with form stupendous, with faces manifold, with eyes which all behold, unnumbered eyes, vast arms, members tremendous, flanks, lit with sun and star, feet planted near and far, tusks of terror, mouths wrathful and tender, the three wide worlds before thee. Adore, as I adore thee, quake, as I quake, to witness so much splendor. I mark thee strike the skies with front, in wondrous wise huge, rainbow painted, glittering, and thy mouth opened, and orbs which see all things, whatever be in all thy worlds, east, west, and north and south. O eyes of God! O head! My strength of soul is fled, gone is heart's force, rebuked is mind's desire. When I behold thee so, with awful brows aglow, with burning glance, and lips lighted by fire fierce as those flames which shall consume, at close of all, earth, heaven. Ah me! I see no earth and heaven. Thee, Lord of Lords, I see, thee only thee. Now let thy mercy unto me be given, thou refuge of the world. Lo! To the cavern hurled of thy wide-opened throat, and lips white-tushed, I see our noblest ones, great Dhritarashtra's sons, Bhishma, Drona, and Karna, caught and crush. The kings and chiefs drawn in, that gaping gorge within, the best of both these armies torn and riven. Between thy jaws they lie mangled full bloodily, ground into dust and death, like streams down-driven with helpless haste, which go in headlong furious flow straight to the gulfing deeps of th unfilled ocean, so to that flaming cave those heroes great and brave pour, in unending streams, with helpless motion. Like moths which in the night flutter towards a light, drawn to their fiery doom, flying and dying, so to their death still throng, blind, dazzled, borne along ceaselessly, all those multitudes, wild flying. Thou, that hast fashioned men, devourest them again, one with another, great and small, alike. The creatures whom thou mak'st, with flaming jaws thou taxed, lapping them up. Lord God, thy terrors strike from end to end of earth, filling life full, from birth to death, with deadly, burning, lurid dread. Ah, Vishnu, make me know why is thy visage so? Who art thou, feasting thus upon thy dead? Who? Awful deity, I bow myself to thee, Namostu te, Devavara, Prasid. FN number 23, O mightiest Lord. Rehearse why is thou face so fierce? Whence doth this aspect horrible proceed? Krishna. Thou serest me as time who kills, time who brings all to doom, the slayer time, ancient of days, come hither to consume. Excepting thee, of all these hosts of hostile chiefs arrayed, there stands not one shall leave alive the battlefield. Dismayed no longer be. Arise. Obtain renown. Destroy thy foes. Fight for the kingdom waiting thee when thou hast vanquished those. By me they fall not thee. The stroke of death is dealt them now, even as they show thus gallantly. My instrument art thou. Strike, strong-armed prince, at Drona, at Bhishma strike. Deal death on Karna, Jadrata, stay all their warlike breath. 'Tis I who bid them perish. Thou wilt but slay the slain, fight. They must fall, and thou must live, victor upon this plain. Sanjaya. Hearing mighty Keshav's word, tremblingly that helmed lord clasped his lifted palms, and praying grace of Krishna stood there, saying, with bowed brow and accents broken, these words, timorously spoken, Arjuna. Worthily, Lord of might, the whole world doth delight in thy surpassing power, obeying thee. The Rakshasas, in dread at sight of thee, are sped to all four quarters, and the company of Siddhas sound thy name. How should they not proclaim thy majesties, divinest, mightiest? Thou Brahm, than Brahma greater, thou infinite creator, thou God of gods, life's dwelling place and rest. Thou, of all souls the soul, the comprehending whole, of being formed, and formless being the framer, O utmost one, O Lord, older than ELD, who stored the worlds with wealth of life, O treasure claimer, who wottest all, and art wisdom thyself, O part in all, and all, for all from thee have risen numberless. Now I see the aspects are of thee. Vayu, FN number 24, thou art, and he who keeps the prison of Narak, Yama dark, and Agni's shining spark, Varuna's waves are thy waves. Moon and starlight are thine. Prajapati art thou, and 'tis to thee they knelt in worshipping the old world's far light, the first of mortal men. Again, thou God, again 1,000,000 times be magnified. Honor and worship be glory and praise, to thee Namo, Namast, cried on every side, cried here, above, below, uttered when thou dost go, uttered where thou dost come. Namo. We call, Namostu, God adored. Namostu, nameless Lord. Hail to thee. Praise to thee. Thou one in all, for thou art all. Yea, thou. Ah. If in anger now thou shouldst remember I did think thee friend, speaking with easy speech, as men use each to each, did call thee Krishna, Prince, nor comprehend thy hidden majesty, the might, the awe of thee, did, in my heedlessness, or in my love, on journey, or in jest, or when we lay at rest, sitting at council, straying in the grove, alone, or in the throng, do thee, most holy, wrong. Be thy grace granted for that witless sin. For thou art, now I know, Father of all below, of all above, of all the worlds within Guru of gurus, more to reverence and adore than all which is adorable and high. How, in the wide worlds three should any equal be? Should any other share thy majesty? Therefore, with body bent and reverent intent, I praise, and serve, and seek thee, asking grace. As father to a son, as friend to friend, as one who loveth to his lover, turn thy face in gentleness on me. Good is it I did see this unknown marvel of thy form, but fear mingles with joy. Retake, dear Lord, for pity's sake thine earthly shape, which earthly eyes may bear. Be merciful, and show the visage that I know. Let me regard thee, as of yore, arrayed with disk and forehead gem, with mace and anadem, thou that sustainest all thing. Undismayed let me once more behold the form I loved of old, thou of the 1,000 arms and countless eyes. This frightened heart is fain to see restored again my charioteer, in Krishna's kind disguise. Krishna. Yea, thou hast seen, Arjuna, because I loved thee well, the secret countenance of me, revealed by mystic spell, shining, and wonderful, and vast, majestic, manifold, which none save thou in all the years had favour to behold, for not by Vedas cometh this, nor sacrifice, nor alms, nor works well done, nor penance long, nor prayers, nor chaunted psalms, that mortal eyes should bear to view the immortal soul unclad, Prince of the Kurush. This was kept for thee alone. Be glad. Let no more trouble shake thy heart, because thine eyes have seen my terror with my glory. As I before have been, so will I be again for thee, with lightened heart behold. Once more I am thy Krishna, the form thou knewst of old. Sanjaya. These words to Arjuna spake Vasudeva, and straight did take back again the semblance dear of the well-loved charioteer. Peace and joy it did restore when the prince beheld once more mighty Brahma's form and face clothed in Krishna's gentle grace. Arjuna. Now that I see come back, Janardana, this friendly human frame, my mind can think calm thoughts once more, my heart beats still again. Krishna. Yea, it was wonderful and terrible to view me as thou didst, dear prince. The gods dread and desire continually to view, yet not by Vedas, nor from sacrifice, nor penance, nor gift-giving, nor with prayer shall any so behold, as thou hast seen, only by fullest service, perfect faith, and uttermost surrender am I known and seen, and entered into, Indian prince, who doeth all for me, who findeth me in all, adoreth always, loveth all which I have made, and me, for love's sole end that man, Arjuna, unto me doth wend. Here endeth chapter 11 of T. Bhagavad Gita, entitled Viswarupa Darsanam, or the Book of the Manifesting of the One and Manifold.